Greetings, my again. This is Draconic, Dragonborn Dragon Sage. I think get the memo. And as always, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and complete share. Will help out a lot, and we're still on the road for 20k. Hopefully by the end of 2018. About 2018. And as usual, you probably saw the thumbnail. I know I'm alright pissing off a lot of freaking fanboys, but they want the smoke, so it's time for me to deliver. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, as I did want to at least start doing here, at least on the channel, at least do some really cool, like, at least fan art or whatever the case is art here. I actually posted basically overall a cool illusionary art, shall we say, because I just figured it'd be kind of cool just to have. And plus it just reminds me of Doom the Dark Ages as well. So here you go. Before I do that, before I forget as well, is it too late to jump over to PC? Here's my straight answer.
No.
And here is basically of the artwork that I have requested from the exact same artist. I'll definitely leave his Fiverr art request that does like $5 in the link description below. And I am reading off of from my Discord as well. But anyways, here's basically a little story I have. They say things only those who have a demonic view on the world, the left or the right, black or white. Me, I am different. Hell couldn't tame me. My personal hell couldn't chain me. Heaven knows I can rip and tear a new one if it dares mess with me. So I'll walk the middle path, untamed, loyal, conqueror, seeker, warrior, lover, friend, and all between. The gray path shown me more than demonic views, so I forged it. My path, where I'm strong on one side or the other. Just know this, if you dare come after me, so be it. But if you come after my horde or friends and loved ones, I will rip you a new one until it's done. I will pass my draconic judgment if I needed to be as the Draconic Doomslayer. And that is basically a little bit of the story of this art, which I have done, and as always I'll definitely leave that in the link description below. And also I'll definitely at least start posting a little bit more of my Discord, so that way if you have any fan art or fan things, let me know and post it in there. But anywho, so as you probably end up like reading the title, and like I said, it is definitely not to get in. It's not too late to get into PC gaming, and this is just my thought. Like I've been, and I'll probably post this in the video here or there, where the case is, that if you want to get into PC gaming and you want to at least have a really good handheld and as much, like I'll probably end up showing like a screenshot, at least a few more screenshots, because I know how much y'all at least those who have been wondering, is it too late to get into PC? You know, get a handheld as a Steam Deck. No, it's not. I swear, I don't know why they fucking fuck up in my brain. But anywho, and if you want to get into, my personal opinion is like this: get a Steam Deck, because that'll be a good start into PC gaming. Then and if you have a really good games, even though not a lot of games would help. As I did mention, at least, is it too late to get a Steam Deck? No. But anywho, and of course that video is, and I know how much y'all at least been enjoying at least these honest takes like I've been kind of doing. And I did see the growth here too. But anyways, and if you want to go that route, that's cool, because that's how most people have done. I have done it too. I actually have basically overall have built PCs, and I actually got into PC, and I was still a newbie. Then after I learned what I want and out of a PC, I learned to pick it up, and it was from pre-built, and I built up a pre-built case all the way into my recent one. I'll probably end up showing a picture of it now. I honestly do not have my old one anymore, because, well, when I was doing spring cleaning, I threw it out. Yeah, facepalm moments, because quite literally, I don't know what was kind of going on, but I think just the power supply kept blowing because, well, I had a very, very bad cheap power supply. But anyways, I just figured at least, I would definitely say no more than 600, maybe 650 is pretty good, because I'll definitely show this, later in video. But all the way up to 1500. If you really want to have a really excellent, decent PC, and that could last you probably at least 5 years at most. I would some say like 5 years, some can go up to 10, 20, 10 to 14 years, maybe 10 to 15 years at most. That really depends on how strong the PC is. But you really don't need high end. I'll simply say for myself, I would figure at least mid-grade would at least carry you through at least for 5 years at most. Because I know, at least right now, I'll probably end up showing this later in the video, but which I did forget to. But anyways, I'll just end up showing like my current PC, the 1600 one. It's like now mid-range, but still at least good enough. And if it was built all the way since 2020, yeah, that era, it probably been at least $2,000 at most. But anyways, here is a little selected clip of that. And yes, I know I'm playing I have Skyward Sword in the background because, well, I have played it, but I definitely get a little bit more back on the train about that. But anywho, I just want to at least mention, I figured go no higher than 1500 at most. Maybe 1600 is kind of pushing it, but at least you're still in the realm of at least 5 to 10 years at most. Because we all know how games are kind of pushing up to 100 gigabytes. But anyways, here is the clip of me kind of showing you, at least in my personal opinion. I done an oopsie. I was just doing some monologuing, and I forgot to hit record. But anyways, I know this is like part of the video, right? Probably at least part of the video, like I was saying, but then I did a freaking oopsie here. That, is it too late to get into PC gaming? No, because of how the consoles prices from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, how bullshit that goes. Just come over to PC. As long as you have some research and at least, back to the point, it's just, because I know there's some, and I know every time I try to put a comma, it just does that. I just figured would be at least a good build in general. I know there's a few good ones right here that you can search up online like right now. Or hell, you can at least build one. I'll probably put in my specs for PC price picker, because if this was like 2020, and I probably did mention this in the video, if this was 2020, this PC rig that I'm editing and recording on right now would be at least $2,000 at most. If it was in 2020, I'll probably do some different similarities, or even close to $2,000 at most. But anyways, I figured at least for those who are just a little curious, and if you're planning to get a Steam Deck before getting into PC, I would recommend just to try that out first before you do. But if you want to make the ultimate jump into PC gaming, I figured at most, if you know somebody who can help you with buying all your parts, because I know at least some of my friends I was talking to, they want to get on PC, because I told them, hey, I'm just switching over to PC. I'm glad I made the change a lot more moving forward into 2025 and moving forward after that all the way up to PC gaming. Anywho, here is some good ones right here. I think at least like $1,200 will probably be really good. Like here's this one, you can at least replicate as best as you want, or maybe do some different ones. Plus I know there's gonna be some sales coming up, so that'd be good. And there is another one like right here from Carter. Here's another one from Carter. I know TechSource has done some really good ones. Here's one about 250 from Zach's Tech Turf, or ZTT. He's been excellent about these videos about here. I gotta give him proper credit where it's due, because like I said, even right now, because I did say it's $1,600, I bet if I put in the price right now, I'll probably end up like doing that here soon, but my $1,600 PC, or at least at most $1,500, because I just threw in at least a 2 terabyte
SSD storage just for videos. I probably will upgrade that into 4 terabytes, so that way it's a little bit more. We'll see. But anyways, probably for the PC rig I have right now, it's probably just at least lowered right now, depending on how you go. But yeah, here's another one like 250. But if you really want to go up to a little bit more, in my opinion, here's another one for $1,300, like I'm trying to say, or $13,000. Yeah, $1,300. And my ultimate take right here, in my personal opinion, will probably be like the $1,500, because I figured at least 1,000 up to 1,500 should be at least, in my personal opinion, since I built my second PC rig, that'll probably end up showing that this is good. Now, I don't think you will need this much depending on what you want to go after, but if you have your right setting, what you want to get out of something, here you go. Also, here's another one about PC Builder, and I know there's some that get, even though I know probably some will think, oh hey, maybe I can get something a little bit under. That's cool too, just to start out as well, but I just figured go with the Steam Deck, build it up a little bit, then go into gaming PC. But that's just my route. But as you see, like right here, from $650 to $1,300 at most, and all the way up to $1,500. I'll figure no more than $1,500 if you're just into, like, in my personal opinion, $1,500 should be at least the ultimate sweet spot for at least gaming, streaming, video editing at most for a content creator, or just in gaming in general. But that's just my personal opinion. But if you want to go for like $2,000 or higher, or for a high end, for an actual ultimate 4K editing and Blender and stuff, then yeah, that's its own thing. But I just want to at least mention this one. But there is a few that I did want to mention here at least as well. You know, definitely Zach. I know at least Geeka Watt is good. Hosty Bros is definitely another. I know Tech Jesus, excuse me, or known as Gamer Next is good. I know at least J2 Cents is another good one. So there's like 5 right there. Excuse me. But anywho, I just figured at least give you a little bit of my personal opinion about this one. Just get how freaking consoles ecosystem and just come to PC. If you have the right knowledge and you have a friend that can help you, or a loved one that's into PC tech, they can probably help you. If you just say, if you need a watered down, that might be a better. But if you want to get for a pre-owned, I would definitely go with Meta PCs, although I choose to build my own. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. I'll get on to the rest of the video now.
Thanks, because, well, as you probably ended up seeing right there, I did do this in PC Part Picker, which I'll end up showing like right about now. But it is like a $1,400 PC, but you can always like bait and switch or whatever the case is. But anyways, here is the PC Part Picker video right about now. On to you, me. Anywho, my mic was muted, but here's basically my own PC that I actually built. And yes, this is a 1440 PC, and that's just without monitors. And you know, any other accessories like you've probably seen. But here you go. Here's my PC right here. And as you see right here, I know it's like 1442.96. I'll just say round it out like 1430 or 1435 at most, because I know how much people like to round things off right on the internet. But yeah, right around 1430 if you want to just say, let's say the base total, but in the actual total amount, you're looking at least 1440 at most, or 1442. Because of the way I have it, I think, because also sales is already coming up as well. So, you know, to each their own. And of course, anyways, but you can at least make this a little bit more different. Oh hey, if you don't really like, you know, this one, then you can jump over to like, you know, NVIDIA. Like this build I'm showing like right now is just a custom made type thing.
technically I had. Anywho, here you go. This is what I have in my build right now. Not much. Okay, at least now 12, but you can make a little bit more adjustments right here if you wish to. Let me show you. And there you go. See, and now you're back up to 500. And of course, I just threw this in case in because I couldn't remember what my case was named, but I know it's Mustex has been a really excellent one. But here you go for like the storage and stuff. Of course, I may end up like upgrading to my one, but I know like the way I have it, even though I took at least most of the stuff with me. But the only problem is I couldn't find at least a Gen 4 Crucial. You can do whatever I just figured at least AMD, because I know that's what most people, or at least most that actually have, is usually mostly AMD. Then they probably will switch out with this one, probably with like a NVIDIA. Again, this is just a blueprint just for y'all. So, and yeah, and here is a 1200 right here, 1250 at most, or 1260 if you really want to push it up there. But if you really want to throw it in here, but again, the way I had it showed you before, it was like at least 1400. So again, so if you really want to go that route, or maybe you want to change up this one for a different run, I would always recommend a higher speed because this one's like my main one. I would figure at least at most you want to have that one as your main. This one's just for games, and this one's just for at least video storage. But of course, you can at least build on a little bit more of this. You don't really have to just stick with. You can just customize however you want. That's what a PC rig is about. Customize to your own liking. But anyways, back to you, me. That's basically editing. And thank you for switching over to me.
Thanks, me. But yes, as you end up like seeing, like I showed you, you can go up to 14, 4, even alone, like whatever build that you want and how much money that you want to spend. I promise you will. The PC side will make up for it. You got emulators, you got freaking Steam sales, you got GOG, you got, even though there are some like Ubisoft launchers and stuff, that's fucking. But anyways, like, I promise you, you will have a good amount of time. And by the way, and here's all my parts that I actually did want to show at least right now, because at least this is what I've been saying. I have built this PC all the way since at least about a year ago, coming up to 2 since January. That's where I did it on monthly too, which you can do if you choose to. Again, you don't have to pay all in, at least all up front at once. But again, this is just my personal opinion and just my honest takes about it. Is it too late to get into PC gaming? No. And I know my friend Chance Scorch H, her PC, you can probably build hers like at most, maybe do a little bit of tinkering or whatever the case is here and there. It just depends on how you do. And yes, I think hers was like 2500K PC when she built hers, but now you can probably build hers probably just on a lower amount, but still, it's just, case in point, you will be alright. And those Steam sales, trust me, when they hit, Steam will know, because I know I spent a lot more money with Steam sales myself, even with this, since it's already passed. But as you probably end up seeing, Steam sales are pretty damn good, because you get all the way to 50 to 90%. You want like a $20 game? Well, guess what? If a big sale comes around, like they usually do, about winter, spring, summer, fall, you name it, guess what? Here comes 50 to 90%, and some games go down all the way to $2 at most. That's how awesome this site is. And plus, you got mods, which you can definitely do wherever you like, no judgment here. But anyways, I think this will be a good time just to call it. Again, it's not too late to get into PC gaming, and I do thank you all very much for at least scoring this channel. And as always, I want to make sure I leave the artists who done my cool artwork of the Draconic Doomslayer in the link description below. Please, if you got any illusionary art, and of course the one that you've probably seen, he was the exact same one who did mine. Even though I kind of derped with the side because, well, I done derped. But anyways, that video. That will be in the description below, and please tell him that Dragonite Dragonborn has sent you, and he's a definitely awesome freelancer. But anyways, this is Dragonite Dragonborn Dragon Sage signing out, and as always, if you like this show, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and definitely share. And this will help out a lot, at least on the main channel. And I know how much those who, again, and I know about the Steam Deck one that's like been pushing. Again, go to Steam Deck if you really want to start into your PC journey. That'll be an excellent start for me. I'll figure at least the 512 gigabyte one would definitely go, and probably throw in a 2 terabyte, then one for 1 terabyte storage for at least, or whatever, for extra storage, however you want to go. Then after that, then save up and or do a monthly chew for build your own dream PC. But again, I will figure at least 1500 should be at least at most. But anyways, as always, if you like what show, don't forget to burn that like button, hit the subscribe button, join the family Dragonite, Dragonborn, Dragon Candlelight, comment, share, and definitely ring that bell, which I'll be much obliged. So as always, this is Dragonite, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage, signing out, and as always, my Dragon Kin. Farewell for now.